I'll never forget that first night out at dinner, 2 days after I had stopped drinking, after my quote unquote recovery tipping point. Again, I don't like rock bottom, so I call it my recovery tipping point. And we went to a restaurant, it was with family, fortunately, called the Macaroni Grill. A great place to go. I don't think it's around anymore, but it's a great place to go when you are newly sober. Not really, because they have these jugs of wine on the table and they use the honor system where you just pour your wine and you'd say, hey, I drank this many glasses. And I'd been there many times pre-sobriety where I'd finish half the bottle. One glass, I had one glass, maybe one and a half, right? And we sit down, and fortunately, my family, it was my family, my father, my brother, and my dad likes his glass of wine, but everyone refrained from drinking out of respect for me. And they took their cues from me as we would continue to go out, moving into my sobriety, where finally I would say, you can drink, I'm okay. It's okay for you to drink. And everyone would go, oh, okay, I'll have my glass of wine. That's my situation. You may have a different one with you're going out with friends, you're a lot younger than I am, it's social, and you are newly sober. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? The key here is to have a plan going in. If you are newly sober and it is a big deal, maybe you should consider the venues you are going to, right? Maybe that it is not the best thing as much as you want to go out with those friends to the restaurant where you know they're all going to be pounding beers or wines or whatever. Certainly consider that if they're going out to a bar or something, and maybe find something else to do with people who are sober. But it's just that first time. Maybe you're out with an associate, you're out with another legal colleague at a law firm, maybe the partners invited you out. It can apply to anything. It's not just lawyers. Again, the key is to have a plan. What are you going to say if asked? No going in. If you have a plan, you won't be as nervous sitting down. Joe, are you drinking? Brian, are you going to have a drink tonight? No, not tonight. What, you're not drinking? I've just decided that alcohol does not allow me to function as the way I want to the next day. So I am not going to drink. I've decided not to drink. You don't have to say you're in recovery. Just have a plan. And fortunately, we are now entering an era. It wasn't like this for me. We are now entering into an era where people understand, and you're a lot less likely to be asked that question. People aren't as focused on other people drinking. Now, if you're going out with your buddies and you haven't told them you're sober, you may get it. Again, you have to consider whether that is the right environment. But the key here is that for that first night out, have a plan. What are you going to say? Have your answers ready. And I think you'll find it is a lot less stressful. Thanks.